Hey, what's going on guys? Mark back in the workshop on Mark's Aquatics for another episode. On today's little episode, what I thought we would do is, look at that little guy displaying away there just a minute ago. Look at that. Fantastic stuff. Yes, what I thought we'd do today, little Jack's of an age now, sorry, little Jackson, can't get poor old Jack out from my memory, see. He's, we're going to get him a girlfriend in there, I think. Look at that little boy displaying away there, absolutely fantastic. Little gill cases flaring out. Fins all puffed out. Fantastic stuff. He's a good little chap, he really is. But what I've done is I've put a lot of the baby ones now, his brothers and sisters, into the bench tank. I've put some of them into there, left some in the shrimp room, and I've been splitting them up a bit now because obviously they're getting a bit older and they're starting to bicker a little bit now. They haven't been too bad, but I think what we'll do is we're going to choose a nice girlfriend for him today, and we'll put them together and see what happens. Okay, so if I shoot around here, past onto the bench tank, now as you can see there, there's a bit of glare there, sorry, but you can see the male and female angels now are here. Good morning guys. And you can see down the bottom there, lots and lots of little tiny bettas down the bottom there, and some of them have got some lovely colours on the fins. A couple of them have been attacking each other, as you can see. That's why I've started to split them up now. This is a big long tank, 6 foot long, so there's plenty of places for them to hide and to get away from each other where they couldn't really do that. In the wild they don't jar them up. They're always swimming around in the same little ponds, in the same little areas where they swim. They've just got territories and they protect their little territory at all costs, but they'll chase each other away if they can get away. So that's what they do. Look at that, there's a beautiful little example there. If my camera will focus. And these are all Jack's babies, and there's lots more along the bottom. I'll take you along the bottom in a minute, but I'm just showing you these. You can see them starting to the young males there starting to display. I've just put some bug bites in there, and that's where they're hoovering away on the bottom. You can see them there picking away, but they've got some stunning blue on the fins, just like Jackson's got on his fins. That lovely turquoise. There's a lovely patterned one there. But that one's going to make a fine fish. Very similar markings to his dad. His dad was a tri-band, but he hasn't come out that colour. He's come out in just the blue and that lovely deep scarlet red. So as we go along the bottom now, we'll pick up some more. There's some of the endlers as well. Those endler crosses that we did last few videos back, which are absolutely stunning now. There's some lovely colours which are popping out of those. You can see the original black bar endlers there. And all the other things we've been breeding as well, like the neons. There's some other bits and bobs which I've picked up in here, which I'm going to be bringing on, because you can't always just get the babies, the adults. So, you know, you're going to have to buy some small ones now to bring on for the spring when I start breeding again. But I've got some lovely cardinals there, as you can see. They're growing nicely. They would breed now, but I'm not going to breed them now until the spring. We're getting back to these little Betta. Look at these little guys, some of them along here, some beautiful ones there. Look at that, absolutely stunning. But I've got to look for a nice female. Now see the females, because they've got the little lines going across them, those little horizontal lines across their bodies through the colour. Now there's the girl I've chosen to go with Jackson. She's a lovely girl. She's growing quite well. She's a bit bigger than the rest of them, which is good genes. Something good to throw back into that gene pool to get some nice strong colours out. She's quite dominant as well, which is good, because we're going to want a dominant fish in there with the males, not to get pushed around and bullied too much. But that's the girl that I've chosen there. Look at that little male there. Look, he's displaying to her already. Look. Lovely stuff. But there's there is so many in here, it's unreal. Some of them are really small still. Look at that little guy there, look. And there's one in the background as well. I love the way they just creep around the bottom, forever watching. But these are going to colour up even more as they grow. They're still quite small, but some of these are big enough to reproduce again. So that's the game plan. Give Jack a girlfriend. Jackson, I should say. I'll get there in the end, guys. Oh, there she is. Look, coming in for another shot. You know you're going to another tank, didn't you? But she's a stunning fish, some stunning colours. That's a pretty little guy there too, with that little red cap on there. But there's lots and lots of them in here now, but I'll slowly be thinning them out. I've taken quite a few back to one of my local fish shops, but I've kept quite a lot of the nice ones so we can breed them on and sell a few on later on when they get a bit bigger. So I think what we should do is I'm going to get a net. I'm going to very, very carefully net this girl out. Where's she gone now? There she is, she's up here. And we'll put them in, I'll put her in the tank with Jackson and then we'll see how they get on. Right, okay guys, what I've done is I've got her out. I've put her in this little pot here, which I breed my micro worms in, and I'm just slowly acclimating her now in there. And already you can see Mr. Jackson there is going crazy around the pot, flaring his little fins out, showing those stunning colours, and getting used to seeing his new girlfriend, which is his sister, but I don't really think he's too fussed about that, to be honest. And that's what we do, we start line breeding now. We can line breed these back in and keep putting the colours back in and choose the ones we want to get out. But that's looking all good so far. She's a beautiful colour, you can see her from the top there. Sorry darling, scared her a bit. But I'll give them 5 or 10 minutes to get acquainted, and then what I'll do is I'll slowly release her out and we'll see how they get on. Right, okay, she's been in there now for about 15 minutes, which is going to be enough. I've just kept on taking the water, tipping a bit out, letting a bit in, getting her used to the water conditions and parameters so they're equalised up in there now. So now what I'll do is I'll just gently release her out and see what happens, and touch wood, it'll all go well. Now they can get a bit boisterous, but at the moment everything seems to be going okay. She may just run and hide. There is absolutely no end of nooks and crannies around the back of this system here, behind the plants, behind the rocks and the filter system. Try and come around this way a little bit more. You can see that vertical stripe on her. She's actually quite full of eggs at the moment as well. If you notice that little round belly, and I get that little white dot where the eggs come out. If you're unsure how to breed these, I've done a whole video on Jack and his original girlfriend, the mum and dad of all these two, and I'll link that in the description below. Hopefully that'll work. I've done a couple recently and they haven't worked for some reason, but as you can see, very interested, lots of displaying going on, which is good news. He's not chasing her. See that little white dot? I don't know if you can see the little white dot underneath. She's gone into feeding mode already, which is fantastic. Go and have a chat with the shrimps. And he's decided I'm going to go and hide. Or he's that excited he's got lost somewhere around the back, but I'm sure he'll be out in a minute. Maybe he's shy, who knows. But there you go. Let's have a little look from the top. I think she may have gone for a little lie down. Oh no, here she comes. A lot of your dad's colours, that's for sure. Here he comes. Come and check your girlfriend up. There you go, look at that lovely flaring. It's going to take them a while to get used to each other. There's lots of places to hide, like I've said just before, that if she needs to get away she can, if he gets a little bit over the top. But what we're going to do now is we're going to put in a big Indian almond leaf. One of those. Try and pick a nice concave one like that, so it'll hold a little bit of air. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick that in amongst the bushes. and I'll leave that so it's nice and dark underneath there. And what they'll do now is they'll use that as a nesting site. That one's actually got some holes in it, so I'm going to have to actually change that one out, I think, because it's letting the air back in and it's sinking slowly. But I've got no end of these almond leaves, thanks to Richard from Pond Guru. Thank you very much, mate, for sending me these. And they always come in handy. That one's going to be a bit better, I think. I'll put that one in with my yellow mass of shrimps next door. There you go, I'll float that one on the top there, and that'll slowly sink. There's no end of shrimp in here now, look. Fantastic stuff. Right, where's that leaf? I'm going to put that leaf right up in that corner there. There you go. And now she can go underneath there. He can go underneath there straight away. As you can see, look, they've got a nice bit of cover, and he'll start displaying underneath that leaf. And he might start making a little bubble nest before long. Some people, you could say, you can take them out, reintroduce them, which is an old classic way of doing it. He'll build the nest, put her back in. That stimulates them to start going. But I've left them before, and I think I'll just leave these two guys to do it as nature intended, just to do the display, and then hopefully we'll have some more eggs and we can start another cycle off with these guys, which will be really nice. It's a long old trip breeding bettas. Very, very small fry, but they take a long time to grow. These are a few months old now, if you remember when we first done the first video, when Jack and his girlfriend spawned in this same tank. But then we took those babies out and we reared them up separately, and that's where all these guys came from. But it's lovely to see his little offspring in there, and that cycle repeating itself. There you go. I've just turned around a bit now and sat on the edge of the koi pond now, so you can see a little bit of a better angle under that leaf. It's nice to create that nice little dark area there. That's where they're gonna spawn. That's where he'll keep luring her back into after he's built his bubble nest. He's never built a bubble nest before. It's all new to him, as he's only a little lad still, really. But they're old enough to breed, and it'll be interesting to see how he gets on building bubble nests. His dad was very good at doing it. He used to build massive bubble nests under his little cup I put on the surface for him. But this time I think we're just going to do it as nature intended with the almond leaf, because their antibacterial and anti-fungicidal properties is, if you don't know, that's what they've got. Very, very good for healing fish, healing fins, things of that nature. Where are you going? I come around this way, you go around that way. Anyway, she's having a break. I think she's decided to go around the back. But she will pop out now and again, and he'll see her start his courtship, or he may start going under that leaf and blowing bubbles, which will be great. You're a stunning fish, I know. Show me those fins. Here she comes. She's having a little look at the shrimps over there, look. I remember when we first got Jack and put him in, he was doing all this flaring. The older they get, the as with everything, they're not as energetic about things anymore. But he is he's loving his new girlfriend in his tank. I could watch this all day. Anyway guys, I hope you like. It's only a little short video today on a Sunday. I'm a bit of a busy lad today, doing all sorts of stuff out in the in my new coral room, which I have now put 2 plastic doors on, got rid of my old wooden doors, and I've given it a good nice coat of white paint yesterday, and I plan to give it another coat today, brightening it all up before I fit the ceiling in and do all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to be quite busy doing that, but I thought I'd just give you a little update on this. I was going to do this yesterday, but I thought I'd do it today. I've been up early, so if you're new to the channel, hit the old subscribe button there, over there, look, on my mug, and that notification bell for up and coming videos. You won't miss anything in the future that way. And from me, Jackson, and his little girlfriend, you're all stars. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you on the next edition of Mark's Aquatics. Bye for now.
Just me and my guitar.